Predator versus prey. The world recognizes only two kinds of people, the predator and the prey. If you are prey, the world will crush you. But if you become the predator, the world will start fearing you. The world is a battlefield, a war where only the strong survive. Here, weak people are treated like small fish, hunted by bigger predators. Machiavelli did not write to comfort people. He wrote for men who had already been tested by pressure and discovered that rules collapse the moment power enters the room. He saw that society teaches ideals because ideals are safe, but survival is negotiated in actions, not intentions. When fear appears, when resources are scarce, when status is threatened, people do not follow principles. They follow advantage. That is why Machiavelli separated how the world should work from how it actually works. Not out of cruelty, but out of clarity. Weakness is punished. If you are mentally and physically weak, the world will try to break you every single day. People will mock you. They will hide small things from you and say you're not that important. They will insult you. Some will lie to you. Some will betray you. Everyone will call themselves your friend, but when you fall, the ones laughing the most will be the same people. Machiavelli understood that those who rely on fairness, empathy, or goodwill without strength eventually become dependent on the mercy of others, and mercy is never guaranteed. So he did not ask men to be violent. He asked them to be capable of restraint, capable of force, capable of acting without apology when survival demands it. Becoming dangerous enough, but if you build yourself like a monster physically and mentally, the world will think 1,000 times before messing with you, because in a world where power decides consequences, the most dangerous position is innocence. Before the world listens to what you say, it decides what you are allowed to say. This decision is not made consciously. It is not moral. It is instinctive. Human beings, like all social animals, run constant threat assessments. They read posture, tone, confidence, hesitation, physical presence, and emotional stability long before they process words. Machiavelli understood this uncomfortable truth. Perception precedes permission, classified as weak. If you are perceived as weak, the world does not wait for proof. It acts immediately. Your opinions are questioned. Your boundaries are tested. Your time is treated as disposable. Not because people are evil, but because systems always probe for the path of least resistance. This is why so many men are confused about their lives. They do everything right. They are polite, reasonable, cooperative, and still they are overlooked, interrupted, disrespected, and slowly sidelined. They believe it is bad luck. It is not. It is classification. Harmless means ignored. The moment you are seen as harmless, you are placed into a category where consequences do not apply. People feel safe lying to you, safe disappointing you, safe pushing you aside. There is no cost. Machiavelli warned rulers about this exact danger. A prince who appears unable to retaliate invites rebellion, not because subjects hate him, but because rebellion becomes cheap. The same principle governs everyday life. Strength is not about intimidation. It is about deterrence. Risk management. A man who looks capable of resistance changes the calculations of everyone around him. Conversations slow down. Disrespect becomes indirect. Manipulation becomes cautious. Even hostility becomes restrained. This is not respect. This is risk management, and risk management is the foundation of power. The mistake most men make is believing that intentions matter more than outcomes. They think being good will protect them. Machiavelli rejected this illusion completely. Leverage over goodness. He observed that goodness without leverage becomes dependency. If your safety relies on other people choosing to be fair, you are already in danger. That is why physical presence matters not as vanity, but as signal. A body that looks stable, grounded, and trained communicates something deeper than size. It signals discipline, self-command, readiness. It tells the world that pressure will be met with resistance, not collapse. You do not need to dominate the room. You need to not be easy. Mental unreadability. The same applies mentally. Men who react emotionally, who explain too much, get defensive, seek approval, or rush to be understood, leak weakness. Not because emotion is bad, but because predictability is exploitable. Machiavelli favored leaders who were unreadable, not cruel, not loud, simply difficult to manipulate. The moment people cannot predict your reaction, they hesitate, and hesitation shifts power. Ending prey behavior. This is why the predator mindset is misunderstood. It is not about attacking others. It is about ending your availability as prey. Prey explains. Prey justifies. Prey hopes for fairness. Predators observe. They decide. They move when advantage is clear. Silent position shift. When you begin changing how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you pause, how you hold silence, you alter your position in the hierarchy without ever announcing it. This is why Machiavelli emphasized appearance as much as action. People do not respond to truth. They respond to what they believe you are capable of doing next. Enforcing consequences. If they believe you will tolerate disrespect, they will give you more of it. If they believe you will enforce boundaries, they will avoid crossing them. Power begins here, not in violence, not in dominance, but in removing yourself from the category of those who can be ignored without consequence. First law. Before you build strategy, before you master psychology, before you learn control, you must first ensure this, that when you enter a room, life does not assume you are safe to crush. That is the first law, and without it, everything else collapses.